And there it is. I mean, we should be good. Oh, let's go. We should be live and on the air. You guys, we are here. I got 2 people watching this, viewing us right now. So, yeah. What's going on, everybody? We are currently waiting on somebody else to join this this session with us. Give us a second. They should be here pretty soon.
Yo, what up?
Okay. So we're back. I got my co-host in here, the fabulous coach. You know what I'm saying? Flash, a.k.a. Arm & Hammer.
Hey, let's go.
We're going to be doing, talking to FireChicken one more time. StreetBeefs. Is that good? Am I in the camera? Yeah, we're both in there. That's good. We're straight. We've got our good old Miller Lite going right now. We've got 4 current viewers. It's looking real nice. We're waiting for the man himself. Hey, what's going on, Kit? I don't have the phone set up yet. When I have it set up, I'll let you know. Right now, the wife is in there doing her thing. She's getting everything sent out.
It's in Yellowstone right now.
Oh, yeah, he said he's in Minnesota, right? Yellowstone?
Not Minnesota. That's in Wyoming, I think.
Wyoming? I don't know, bro.
What is it? Where's it at, Kit? It's
know.
somewhere in the bumfuck, wherever.
I don't know.
I was going to say the Midwest, but that's
it sounds like it's out of my jurisdiction. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like it's somewhere out of my jurisdiction, man. Let us know if our audio
It's in Idaho.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard there was like a whole bunch of like, man, the deeper you go into Yellowstone, those wolves will fuck you up.
Yeah.
Those like super packs and stuff, they will destroy you. So be careful. And it's your spirit animal, anyways, Kit.
The wolf,
Mr. Harang.
The wolf.
Yeah, I'm about to get me I'm gonna get probably a wasp tattooed on my forearm one day.
Well, as you know, right now we're waiting for FireChicken to get in here, man. You know,
he said I got my.
He got his pistoli.
Yeah, that'll stop him, fam.
Yeah, gotta have it, bro.
Yeah.
So we're waiting on FireChicken to get in here, man. We're gonna go ahead and talk to StreetBeefs Scrapyard. We're gonna go ahead and the Pacific Northwest just wants to know what's going on, man. He did some live stuff yesterday, and we got it. We understand, you know what I'm saying. But I just needed more of an understanding. That's all I'm saying. You know, I need more of what's really going on here.
Yeah.
There he is, right there.
There you go.
Now, how do I change the, what does that say up there? How do I change this? Oh, what did I do? Let's go back that way. So, I forgot how to change this view. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Oh.
So, we're waiting for FireChicken to get in here.
What's up, guys?
What is going on, man? There we go. Everything worked out great. I had to do some other stuff with the you know what? I need another monitor. That's what I need. I need another monitor so I can be able to have all these different screens popped up because I'm only using one screen here. But other than that, man, how you doing today?
Great. How you guys doing?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Dreadlord, what's going on, man? Dreadlord is one of my guys right there. He always comes in and checks us out, man. Love that dude right there. So before we get into the conversation for today, I gotta ask about the rematch between Gash and Gumby. What do we got going on there? How do you see that one portraying?
That's tough because if you watch that Gash versus Gumby fight, everything changed as soon as he got cracked. So he shot in for that double leg takedown out of I want to say desperation because it was a nice clean shot. So it's going to be interesting to see how the fight goes when you take that element out of it.
Okay. All right. FireChicken, my guy Harang, said what's up to you. He's here. He's watching the stream right now. So so we got to talk about yesterday's live video from you, man. I need you to explain in depth what is going on with that.
I don't fully understand it, but I will tell you what I do know.
Okay.
So, Street Beefs has grown to a really large platform now.
Okay.
You know, originally it was the main branch that had, it was smaller. And over time, it's obviously gotten to the point where it's like 1.6 million subscribers. Well, they've expanded and opened up different locations like the Scrapyard. They have Cali, they've got Tidewater, they've got their North Carolina, I think they're doing today.
Okay.
So with that, because it becomes more popular and more people want to fight on it, obviously. And they're getting so many fights. They had the record fight event we'll say like a couple months ago. They had 52 or 54 fights.
Yeah.
So what I understand is the channel is being oversaturated with fights. Now I don't really understand. This is all coming from Lord Bestabon, so I don't really understand how all that works. But he just said that there's too much content being put on the channel. So basically, we shot 15 fights out at the Scrapyard when you guys were there.
Okay.
And unfortunately, only 6 of them were posted. Now, one more is going to be posted on the main channel. That's going to be the Turkish Assassin and Short Round.
Okay.
Basically, there's another channel, and it's Iraqi Assassin's GoPro channel, and it's called StreetBeefs GoPro. It has, I think, I want to say close to 90,000 subscribers. They've got some big hits on there, like 5 million views on some videos.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it's still a great platform, but they're going to start putting their videos that they don't think are going to go super viral on those ones and on that channel. Now, the way I kind of thought about it was, well, you know, with the UFC, they're a big platform. When they started out, they were small, and they have a main card and they have a preliminary card and stuff. So you can kind of look at it like, if you're newer to Street Beefs and you haven't had a lot of fights or you're not really known, you might be more on the preliminary side.
Well, that's how I looked at it when you made that comment about it, because I was kind of like, well, what the fuck is going on? You know, because Cali had 26 fights, bro.
Right.
Their first event. All their fights got posted on the main channel. And I was like, okay, all right, I got that. Then, you know, when you started breaking it down, I was like, you know, well, look at it as prelims, and then, you know, you bang out, get on the main stuff. Okay, I kind of get that. A lot of people just want to see their shit. You know?
Because, like, you know, I fought on the card on last Saturday.
Yep.
And I just want, because I commented yesterday, I just want to experience, really. Kind of like smokers and stuff.
Yeah.
Eventually, I want to go, like, amateur and then professionally, hopefully. I just want to study that was, like, my first real fight in a while. In a long time, actually. And I just want to study and see what I really need to work on. So that's why I wanted to.
For me, I think a lot of people want to just say, oh, Jesus. For me, a lot of people just want to say, hey, I did this. Or, like, they want to show their friends and family, look, this is what I'm doing. You know, I went out there and I did this. Or they want to show the next motherfucker, like, hey, I went out here and I showed something. I showed some heart. I might not do it again. I might not be famous. I might have lost all my 5 fights I've been there, but fuck, I'm out there doing it. You know, and I think for a lot of people, they want to see it. Plus, like he said, people want to see how they're reacting and what they can work on their fights.
Yeah, because you know, I mean, anyone that's fought, like, sparring is one thing. Fighting is completely different. And like I realized, like, I fought. I thought I was gonna do this, and this. I was just trying to flow, but it kind of just, whatever you practice kind of just goes out there. I want to see. I remember getting hit a couple times. I'm like, what did I get hit with? How could have I, like, stopped that? Or
well, I got a comment saying so Harang was saying, was his fight not exciting? I mean, all the fights were good fucking fights, bro.
Yeah, it's everyone puts it on the line. It's just when you're there. When you're at the event, it's different than watching it on the YouTube channel. You don't.
Sure.
It's like the environment. Like when I've been to, like, amateur MMA fights, and then the families are there, and there's a whole, like, little basketball court. It gets like Roman savagery times. It's like, get him,
It's like an
kill his
energy.
ass.
It's an energy.
Yeah.
It's also like crazy how it could go from that and then someone gets knocked out and then it's just quiet and dead. And it's just like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah,
It's just a weird little sport. It's a weird thing.
So FireChicken, they want to know. My guy Harang wants to know what you thought about Arm & Hammer in his fight.
Nah, it was okay. It was okay.
Your fight was really good, and like I said, all the fights were really good. There's not one fight that I wouldn't personally put on the main channel. So I do have to go back and watch all the fights again. I watched them when I was there, and I got them all together and I sent them out, but I haven't gone through and like watched. The only one I really broke down was like mine, because I wanted to see, like you guys said, hey, what could I have done different? But I know that your fight was awesome. It was back and forth. It was great.
Yeah.
But I do got to go back and watch all of them again.
So with you having the Scrapyard channel, have you ever thought? Okay, let's say, because I know all the fights get sent to Scarface, and then he posts them in whatever order or how they ever post them, right?
Yep.
So maybe, I mean, just a thought, just food for thought. Maybe you could say, hey, well, can I at least pick 3 fights that I could throw on the Scrapyard channel? Let me just pick 3 fights I think that are good fights. You know what I'm saying? Let me put them on my channel.
Okay, so with that, I know some of the fighters are really wanting to go viral and get like million views.
Yeah.
If not so important to somebody, we're negotiating some stuff. I want to say probably Monday or Tuesday about the situation that we talked about previously.
Yeah.
So I think that I'm going to bring up that we could do that. We could send, because I'm going to send all of them, maybe all of them, to the main StreetBeefs. And then some of them get put on that, and then some will get put on the GoPro channel. And then I want to have the guy, like, you know, on UFC where they have like the Facebook fights.
Yeah.
Have you seen?
Yes.
So
Yes.
Yes.
Facebook. Okay, so even down there at the Facebook level, you're still got your video online and getting some views and stuff. But if you don't care about that so much of the views, I would love to put people's fights on our channel also, because I want to build our channel up and get more exposure from that too.
Well, that's why I made the comment, because, like, you know, you had sent me, remember we were on Messenger, you were like, hey, can I use your intro for, you know, the interviews? And I was like, you know, hey man, you do whatever you want, because I want you to build, you know, because you see my channel. I mean, I got 5,000 subs. I mean, it's not a lot compared to some people, but I'm constantly trying to put in that work all the time to get more and more. That's why I'm saying, like, I know how hard it is to get that first 100, to get that first 1,000. That shit's exciting when you hit that shit. It is really exciting. So it's like, I'm trying to help you get all the content. Plus, it's the fight team, bro. I love talking to fucking fighters. I react to so many different fighters I have no idea about on the channel, and it's beautiful. When we first started, we did a lot of street fight videos.
Yeah, we did, actually.
And I think that's what got the views up there. We did hell of street fight videos.
Why don't you do those anymore?
Because YouTube took them down.
All of your fights?
YouTube was giving me fucking strikes for videos I did 2 years ago. 2 or 3 years ago. And I was like, what?
For street fights?
Yeah. Because they were saying that there were kids in there fighting. I know grown men that are fucking in their 30s that look like they're 16, 17.
But how would they know?
Exactly. I don't know. Whatever's generated. I had to go back.
That
and
makes
I had
sense,
to take,
though.
I took down maybe 80 videos.
Yeah, there's it's a fine line from what I understand, like with StreetBeefs. That's why we've implemented so many rules on like filming and all that.
What's up, Derek? Hold on. Why are you talking? Read these comments real quick.
Okay.
That's mostly Kit and Okay.
Couldn't make it today. It's all good. Okay, just reading the comments. They're just saying, "Hey, what's up?" But yeah, man. I mean, you know, he's excited to go out there on the 26th. I'm trying to look, man. I've been trying to really drop some fucking weight, you know, and I have a huge problem of going to the gym and always fucking lifting, and that's not helping me lose weight.
Dude, you said you're gonna come to the gym.
It's not helping me lose
You're
weight,
gonna
bro.
come train with us, right?
I do, and I need to, bro.
So I don't know.
This week was a stressful.
Okay.
This week was a stressful week. I had a stressful week this week. Had a lot of shit going on, but I'm trying. Like I'm eating right. Well, I think I'm eating right, but I'm always lifting, and it's building more muscle mass, not losing this weight.
Hey, so my first event that I did,
Yeah.
like on July 20 something, I was like around 200. I'm down to like under 185 right now.
Dang,
So
that's where you want to be.
That's where I'm trying to be.
if you
I'm trying to get down to 185.
here's what I've been doing. Okay, so I've been doing a 24-hour fast every weekend on a Saturday usually.
Uh-huh.
So what I'll do is I'll just stop eating at like 7 o'clock at night Friday, and then I just don't eat anything. I just drink water.
Yep.
and
Okay.
I'll have a bit of coffee or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
And get out there and I work out. Like I do all my matches on a 24-hour fast.
Okay.
So you're just burning fat because your body doesn't have carbs to be able to consume to give you the energy.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it uses the fat and you go through it faster. So in the course of like 2 months, I've dropped 15 pounds or so. And that's how I've gotten it to work for me. I've done it before. If you start throwing working out into it like during the week, you'll really start to drop weight
Yes.
fast.
Well,
You're gonna
it's like,
kill
man,
that weight.
I'm 236, bro, and I don't want to fight at 236
Yeah.
because you know there's some big dudes and they're tall.
They're
They're
yeah,
tall.
frames.
And they're
It's not
tall and
good,
it's
though.
dangerous.
That's not.
You know, I'd rather go at 185 and put in some fucking work. At 185, I could put in some work.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. That fasting helps a lot too. Like even for mental and spiritual clarity, a lot of the times for me personally, when I just feel like I'm bogged down and I've been eating like shit, just
Dreadlord said, "You're not that heavy." He said, "My dad is 235." Well, yeah. He said his dad's 285. Yeah, bro, I'm pretty
drink
heavy,
that
man.
water, man. And
I'm
just,
pretty heavy. My
I don't
arms are fucking massive though. Like
Go-
my
go
arms are
on.
fucking big, dude.
Just walk like every morning. I don't know. Do something.
But I've been doing
Hit some pads. Hit the bag and shit.
cardio. Not
Man,
more
don't
cardio.
stop lifting weights.
I have to stop lifting.
You don't
weights,
need to
dude.
lift
I
weights.
have to stop. I seriously need to stop that shit. Cause like
Do
I'm
body
doing,
weight stuff.
yeah,
Do body weight
Dude.
stuff like push-ups and pull-ups
Yeah.
and whatever you can do.
I have to
Walk.
stop. Yeah, cause like I'm always and I'm
Ride a
loaded,
bike.
and I'm always lifting heavy.
Ride a
I'm
bike.
always lifting heavy. And I need to stop this shit. I don't know what about me lifting heavy I like. It's just
It's you're doing what you've always done.
yeah.
It's just stop. Now.
Okay.
You're gonna be 250 in 2 years.
Right. Exactly. Right. Okay. You see, that's
Start
this,
coming.
this is
Start
why
coming.
this is why I love him when he's here, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause
Well, because you're my cousin. He's my.
we're family, so he gets into raw and uncut. You know. I liked your fight out there. You know, it was.
I was rooting for you.
Everybody was. Everybody was. Everybody. Some guy next to me was like, "That man better not lose at his own house." I said, "I don't think that's gonna happen."
Well,
Yeah.
if it happens, whatever.
Yeah.
You're fighters.
This is fun for me. I don't carry an ego with me about it.
More
So
green food.
if somebody were to beat me, I'd tell them congratulations, and I'd probably want to work with them and find out how I can improve myself. That's just how I am. You talk about you like Dragon Ball and stuff.
Yeah.
I got Goku mentality, man. It's not about just
Right. I got a guy telling me, he said, jog in the morning, jog at night. You know what I'm saying? Eat more
That's
green
Derek.
food.
Derek.
I'm eating a lot. I mean, a lot of fucking. There was a time where you wouldn't catch me with the fucking salad. I'll tell my wife, I don't eat trees. Now, like, I'm eating a lot more salads, a lot more carrots and vegetables, man.
Yeah.
You know, so but they said it's good for your eyesight too, carrots and shit. So a lot more vegetables and stuff, man. It's it's bomb.
Yeah.
You know, when you're hungry, that shit's fucking bomb. I mean, big ass bowls of salad, man.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, man, at work, salad, I'm good. Maybe 2 bowls of salad, I'm straight, bro. I'm straight. You know, so yeah, your fight was nice. It was good stoppage. You were pounding that dude's
Was
face
he your
in.
neighbor?
no. So okay, you saw the first fight, which was Simo and Blondie, right?
Yes,
Very first fight.
the very first
So-
fight.
Blondie's dad, I work with Blondie's dad. He was his corner man. And about, I forget what point of the fights, his dad comes up to me and says, "Hey, I got a buddy that's coming out that he's going to bring his gear and he wants to fight." And now I had one guy say he wouldn't fight me. And then I was supposed to fight Hazard. I was going to, give up some weight because I was going to fight Hazard. But then we ended up giving Hazard to Ugly Boy. And then this guy shows up and he's got 40 pounds on me, and I was like, I'll fight. I said I've done 2 backyard fights. I don't count the grappling match, whatever. That was at my own house. I got 2 backyard boxing matches, and that's all the boxing matches I've had. It said I had a boxing coach, and he's been training me for a little while at work while I was on break.
Okay.
And so I told him that stuff. He's like, yeah, I'm cool with it. He brought all of his own gloves and his own mouthpiece, and so we got in there, and first round I kind of was feeling him out and just trying to use head movement, not get hit, and maybe just like get in there with like a 1 shot or a 1-2. And then the second round came around. I was like, okay, now I know what I'm working with, and I started to put a little bit more heat on some of the punches.
Okay,
and,
yeah, I see, yeah, because it's like he was a bleeder. Like some people like natural, like if you pop them in the nose, they're like natural bleeders. Yeah. Because you were hitting him with some light shots in the nose, and he was just instantly bleeding.
I used to be a bleeder too. It gets to a point. I used to get nosebleeds all the time, but I think I have it's all calcified now in my nose. I probably need to get that checked out.
Yeah, my wife gets crazy nosebleeds.
I need to get that checked out.
Like her nosebleeds, I had to ask her, "What? Like, are you dying?" It was bad. And she used to get them crazy. Mm-hmm. She used to get real hot and get these crazy nosebleeds. What about Demigod and Brickhouse? Okay, now I'm gonna give it up to Brickhouse. He shouldn't have fought that second fight. Because
he fought Big Oos.
He fought the Big Oos, man. He fought the Big Oos.
What's his name? What's his
I don't know,
name?
man. He's Pookie. Is it Pookie?
Pookie.
Yeah, Pookie, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He destroyed his legs. And I was kind of like, I don't think he should be fighting because he didn't.
Not Demigod.
Not Demigod.
But he outweighed Demigod, right? By like 20, 30 pounds?
By a lot, actually. Demigod
right?
was only like 213, and Brickhouse was like 280.
What?
It was a boxing match.
Yeah.
So there wasn't any legs involved in it other than being able to maneuver, but
yeah.
Well, I don't think Demigod respected his power either.
Well, I mean, it's hard to generate power when your legs are freaking fucked up.
Yeah, very true.
How hard? I'm all thighs, man.
Yeah.
I don't have much up here. If I can't use my legs, that's gonna be arm punching.
Yeah. Man, that's crazy. Yeah,
because he's tired too. Like you used all your explosive energy and stuff.
He wasn't playing. He was a man on a mission. He was not playing. From dude to come from Texas, to come fight, he's trying to knock somebody the fuck out.
And he was just
He
had that rope-a-dope peekaboo on the corner and just hit him with like an uppercut. And
Kit's fight.
Okay, Kit.
That's Harang. That's the one that threw the.
So it was the Asian dude versus the tall ass, the Menace. It was Harang and the Menace, right?
Menace, yeah. So
super tall.
I just got a little bit of pushback from some stuff with the Menace fight. I think it was like they were saying, well, Harang had so much more experience than
the Menace. I mean, I'm sorry, but
no, go ahead. No, go ahead, because we're gonna comment on that. Go ahead.
I went back and I watched the fight, and I'm like, you know what? These guys are evenly matched. This is a back and forth fight. Anybody could have won that fight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anybody got unevenly matched on that fight. Maybe the exception of like my fight.
He said what?
But it was a good back and forth fight. I mean,
they're saying he's so much.
This is okay.
I know Krang.
This is what I saw. Okay. Menace had some sweet leg kicks. Okay, and he was way taller.
So a lot taller.
When Harang came with that overhand and he couldn't capitalize overhand, he kept working. It's like learning how to do a back kick for the first time and you land it and you just keep throwing it because it just keeps landing. Yeah. So that's
I don't think I don't understand if you trained. I would have assumed Menace is trained.
Well, this is
So
I gave Menace some pointers as a martial artist, as a dude who's been doing taekwondo his whole life. I gave him some pointers. I said, look, bro, at your height, you need to be trying to knock his head off. Okay, he didn't throw any high kicks until the third round when he was already burnt out. Okay, he was throwing him the third round. He was burnt out. I think he was so stunned from the Superman punch he got caught with and those overhands. Like, as a guy who's fought bigger people, if you're short and you're small and you hit somebody with a real good shot, it breaks their confidence, man.
Well, see, okay, what What did they say to make what made them think that Kit or my Harang was more experienced? Was it the wheel kick? I mean,
the exact message I got was, "Why are you guys putting a 9-0 fighter up against an 0-0 fighter?"
how is it?
Well, I said I do not know of any 9-0 fighters that fought at our event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I looked at the guy's name and I kind of concluded who it was, you know, and then I found out, okay, they're talking about Menace, and I looked, okay, this is who Menace fought, and I'm like, wait a minute. I go back, I could pull up the experience level sheets right here. There was no 9-0 fighters.
He was a 9-0. He's never fought in a kickboxing match in his life. He sparred with me, I mean, but it's weird because anyone, like you're if a professional fighter decided to come to the StreetBeefs, like who would you match him with? Anyone that's down to fight him?
So I've actually had 2 professional fighters contact me, and I said, well, we can accommodate you by letting you have matches. However, we're going to label them as exhibition matches, and the person that you're going to fight is going to be like our highest level. You know what I mean? It's not, we're not going to count it. So if you go back and you watch the A-Train versus Italian Tyson fight,
Yes.
that was like labeled as an exhibition fight because technically professional fighters aren't supposed to be fighting amateurs.
Was A-Train a fighter? Was he?
Oh yeah, he's a pro. He still fights, and
Okay.
he was, or still is, ranked in the top 10 in Virginia for his weight class.
How did that fight end? Because I know a lot about Italian Tyson. I like some of it.
Italian Tyson went pretty crazy off the bat trying to hit A-Train.
Yeah.
He got some glancing blows on him, but you could just see the composure and experience in A-Train, slipping punches, countering, keeping him at the end of his jab. But then as it started to go on, you started to see Tyson breathing hard and getting desperate to try to take his head off. And that composure that A-Train had never changed. And he started picking him apart until they got him in the corner and ref Rob broke it up. And then when they separated him, A-Train got smacked in the face by a I wouldn't say a legal punch, but it was while they were breaking him up, and it was totally intentional.
He doesn't seem like a fair fighter. He goes in there and he's like a fucking barbarian, that Italian Tyson.
Yeah,
That's why he gets a lot of views though. He's like, I'm like, man, I could never do that. I just don't.
It's a gimmick, man. But whatever.
But hey, whatever. It's you, man. It's you that you.
He actually don't fight for the StreetBeefs anymore.
He fights for freaking Mighty Mouse.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about that situation.
Yeah, dude.
But, that's what a lot of guys do. They get butthurt that StreetBeefs isn't treating them fair, or something along those lines, or.
Well, what's fair? I mean, we're going there to fight. I want
so
the experience. Because if money.
If you're a title holder and you run your mouth or something like A-Train did,
wrong tube. Okay, I'm back.
Tyson does, and then A-Train steps up and says, "Oh, I want to fight you again," and he's like, "I'm going to hurt you this time." Well, from what I understand was Italian Tyson went and said, "I don't want to do that match on the low." You know, he didn't want to do it. So, but it's hard to avoid that when you've talked all that crap. But he made a couple accusations before in his old fights. He fought Maine. I don't know if you know who Maine in StreetBeefs is.
No, it sounds familiar.
Oh, watch some of his fights. He's a really good boxer. But Italian Tyson fought him, and Maine just destroyed him. So Italian Tyson comes out and says, "Oh, well, they had a laser pointer, and somebody kept shining it in my face." And everyone's like, "What?" And it turned out, like, I don't know if you've seen this before, but sometimes in fight videos, you get kind of a white light, and it's from cell phones. The light from the cell phone.
Yeah.
See, that's why you don't record, and I thought there was no recording at the fights and stuff.
Well, the people filming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but I mean, that's not going to blind you. That's like an infrared light that you can only see
There's just
on.
so much shit going on. How can you?
Yeah.
How are you gonna freaking?
It's a light that your eye can't see.
If you get punched in the face, and you're gonna see lights. I mean.
Yeah, he went back and watched the video, and he's like, "Oh, I think that was a laser pen," and so he accused everybody of setting him up. And all this stuff. And no, he just got beat.
You get beat. It's just you gotta own up to it. I mean, we all know that as honorable fighters, like you just know how it is.
You win or you lose, man. You win some, you lose some. I don't know what I missed. Hey, I was drinking that beer and went down the wrong tube. Fucked me all up. My wife's like, "Drink some fucking water." She's like, "It's fucked me all up."
Yeah.
So we finished the kit conversation. Harangue.
Yeah, he's still Harangue's still like.
He's a
"Man,
little.
how they gonna do this,
Yeah, he's a little.
this,
He's a
that?"
little bitter because he's like, who said he was 9-0? Like,
Menace was okay with it. I talked to Menace afterwards, and he was like, "Don't listen to that person," you know.
so was
Menace
he the
he's
crowd
game.
favorite? Was he the crowd favorite that fight?
Who?
Menace.
I don't know. I mean, he had a big corner. I mean, he had his whole bunch. I don't know. I remember.
He had a lot of his buddies.
Some
there.
people, yeah. When you have spectators there, FireChicken, it's like
Yeah,
they're not in the game and they like to talk shit. And then
they were a little bit tender that he
lost.
lost.
In here. We were trying to take pictures and somebody said, "I smell like bitch," and I was like, okay,
yeah, they were a little tender that he lost. I mean,
I'm not saying I remember someone saying that. I'm not sure if they said it to us. I'm not sure if they were with the Menace. I'm just saying I heard it. My gut told me people are talking shit. It happens, right?
It happens.
So that's actually the issue that I brought up on my channel recently was that we had a bunch of people just show up random.
Yeah.
And I was like, where are all these people coming from? They're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm here to watch my buddy. I'm here to watch my buddy." I'm like, I didn't turn them away because I was like, "Oh, you know, they'll be fine."
Yeah.
I made them read the rules on the tree, on the sign, and they signed the guest waiver. And these guys showed up and they crouched down and watched the show. And I had to go up to them like, "You guys can't be filming it." And then I come back and they're like, they're still filming. They totally did not respect what my rules were, and they eventually just left. But I'm pretty sure that it was his friends that were doing that.
Okay.
Now it was just this group of like 3 or 4 of them that were doing that.
The young men that were there?
Yeah, kind of crouched down.
Yeah,
One had a red shirt on.
I think so. I think I saw them. They were kind of eyeing me down while I was warming up. But
yeah,
you're not in there with me, so
it's all good. Like I said, man, you know, everybody has an opinion.
it's weird how when you have a first fight, when you start a fight. Because I fought when I was 14, 15. It's different when you're full of ego and you're lying to yourself and but you get humbled and it's like
That's it right there.
and then you get humbled and then you learn from it if you're worthy and you learn from it and you decide to fight again.
Well,
then
I mean,
it's a different world. It's still scary. I'm like the 26. I'm still like you're always gonna have nerves, but it's like man, it's not.
As you grow, you're supposed to get the
thinking.
experience, man. You're supposed to make you get those decisions, you get that experience. That's like when we watched Moses and Paperboy. Okay, you can tell the huge difference in experience. Yeah. Everybody, even on the comments, they're like, dude, his experience level was some. A lot of people thought Moses. They want Moses to be like a favorite.
Moses'
boxing is crisp.
He just
shit.
seems.
His box is clean.
He's just calm, cool, composing. Just feel like he's been around the block. And
Got some old man hands. He got some grown man. That's some grown man.
He looked
hands.
like but he was bigger than Paperboy, right?
Not by very much though.
How much was Paperboy?
Told us that he would fight Demigod.
Oh,
said,
dude. Wow.
I will knock out anybody under 185
You
pounds.
told me that, actually. I asked you that.
He told he's talking to his buddy. My dad was next to him. He's like, I will knock out FireChicken at 100, because I was 185 pounds. And I was thinking, because this guy built himself up. He was like, I train 7 days a week. I'm like, I'm an amateur fighter.
People that say that are, I've never.
The last time I heard somebody say some shit like that in front of my parents, I fucked them off. Like, I had a Taekwondo tournament. I had a dude was like, yeah, you know, we're going to go to this division. The guy walks up to me. He goes, hey, man, I know your division sucks, you know, but I got to fight you anyway, even though your division's crap. And I'm like, what? Like, I don't even know this dude, right? All right, whatever. Then my mom's sitting there watching. She goes, yeah, man, he's been talking shit about you the whole time. You know, and my mom made a comment to him. You know, mom's like, you know how your mother is. You're not gonna take too much more shit if you talk about her kids. So she made a comment. So I was okay. I'm gonna have to really beat this dude up. So after I give him the work, and he just left. He didn't even take his medal or nothing. He just took off.
How did you give him the work though?
Oh, I was beating him up. I was beating my back. I was giving him straight punches to the Hogu. And he was like, what? And I kept looking like, oh, you didn't see it? I come back, hit him again. Yeah. That's like one of the only tournaments I've been like really angry. I don't like to fight like that, but that was one time I was really
I was a little disappointed with myself because they told me they asked me if I wanted to fight Paperboy, and I just had my fight, and I was like, I felt like I could have, but I didn't know. Honestly, I didn't want to. I was like, I just had the stress, that dump of like, I'm relieved, I have my victory, and but I should have done it.
I'm gonna give it to you raw uncut, okay? Now you know if you want to agree with me, if you want to comment on this, you can, okay? I think when Paperboy was getting hit with those jabs, he had a whole different outlook on what the fight was gonna happen. Them stiff ass jabs Moses was giving him, he did not like those jabs. I think he wanted to retract his statement about him knocking out anybody at 185 and under.
It's like I said, it's different. You get in there.
Yeah,
it's different, man.
Weight matters. I will tell you that straight. Now, Moses is my training partner. I box with him. We probably go the hardest out of any of the other people. Is me and him. We go back and forth. He's been boxing a lot longer than I have. I got into it, and I was fortunate to get a really good coach that worked with me one-on-one. But, yeah, once the match started, I think that he probably thought this isn't going to be as easy as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Maybe the guy trains with people that aren't up to the level of Moses, but that calm collectedness, that I think that's the winner. You get that from experience.
Yeah.
Yes.
Having that pressure put on you and just thinking about it like, you know what? I've been here before. Then you start to think clear, and you're able to use all the stuff that you train.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because you can see it, man. You can see it. Like, my wife, she's been watching me do my thing for years, and she even was like, look how he's hitting him. I was like, what? She was like, just look at how he's just moving. It was too smooth. Even like the Big Oos. Big Oos was the same way when he fought Brick House. He was too smooth.
You train.
Calm, collective, put the work. It was like another day in the office.
You train to that flow, man. You train to it, and you have faith in your defense, and they're throwing bombs at you. You just slip. You freaking.
So how many people you think we got signed? You got signed up for the 26?
I'm not even counting everybody yet because it's so hard to tell. People show up and they bring fighters with them, and then people are like, "Oh, I think I want to do it." So I'm not too concerned about what we have signed up, but we are getting people like every day wanting to sign up for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we got new people. We got people that just haven't wrote down that they're coming out. Like they told me they're gonna fight. Like Moses, he'll probably fight, but he hasn't told me he's gonna fight. Short round, he'll probably come out and fight, even though he didn't tell me he was gonna fight on this one. I got somebody that might come out. True Grit might come out.
Okay,
he should. He was injured on the last one.
Yeah.
And Gumby has scheduled it. Gash has scheduled it. Gash wants to do 2 matches. I trying to get Shinigami up here. He's really interested in it. Then the guy that I'm really excited about if he makes it up here is my boxing coach.
Okay.
I think I've seen he's like the big, is he Hawaiian or Samoan or like that?
Samoan. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's from the islands, and he's been boxing since he was smaller and stuff. And
of course. Those Hawaiians
out the womb, bro. Fighting to their out the womb, man.
Their street fights are so technical.
Yeah, have you ever seen those 808 fights?
Man, they could fight.
Nuts. 808 fights are nuts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chronic has said that he's going to fight, and Chronic is his nephew.
Okay.
Yeah.
So remember, Chronic fought the Drunken Master on our first show.
Okay.
Boxing.
Yeah.
That was our main event, but so Cody Chronic, he'll fight again. He actually had our coach in his corner via phone. He was FaceTiming, and he was watching the fight kind of, and he was giving him advice in between rounds over the phone.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tight.
Of course.
That's solid. That is solid. Yeah, I'm trying to look, man. I'm trying to drop this weight because I'm trying to get in there on the kickboxing match, man. I haven't did any type.
I'm trying to get kickboxing too.
Yeah, I haven't did no taekwondo matches for so long, man. I haven't taught for I haven't taught for a while, but I'm trying to get it in though.
And with all the with all the gyms kind of closed, like the gym I used to go to is closed, and they were kind of like sloughing on the smoker fights. And I'm like, how am I gonna ever? I'm getting old. I'm gonna be 25 next week, and I want to like, I want to get it done. There's a whole bunch of things I want to do. And
that was my major problem with you. It was like, you know, you train with some goons. I understand that you can train, and then you know there's always that guy in the gym who's gonna give you a crazy ass spar match because that's just how they are. Okay, but when you're in the ring and you don't know this dude from a piece of spit and he's trying to knock your fucking head off, things are way different.
Yeah.
Things are different. The fight dynamics, the way you breathe, the way you're moving,
you really
is
start
way
to realize,
different.
like, god damn, like, the way I've been training, like, some way, like, sometimes you're not going to be able to land a fucking back kick, wheel kick, whatever you think you're going to do this, and this.
Yeah.
You get, your guard is this way, but you get popped with a jab, and you're like, man, I almost got stunned there. Like, you start to realize, like, it's not a game. Like,
it is not a game, man. So when do you think we're going to see the fights on YouTube? Because I after yesterday, I just went on to subscribe to the GoPro channel.
I've been into
so I want to know, when do you think we're going to see those fights?
That's tough to say because now if you want your fight,
yes, I was going to ask.
So what I can do for you is I can upload it to my personal to the Scrapyard channel, but it's a private link.
Of course, yes.
Footage. You can do that. I just ask that you don't share it because when it gets released on the GoPro channel, what they're wanting is obviously views, and if people are taking the fight and posting it in places.
Yeah, I was gonna actually ask, like, as long as I don't really care about the views. I just want to view myself.
Because you can
I know my buddy. I know my buddy Harang. I'm sure he would ask me of me to ask you if they could do that too. But it seems kind of unfair though. Like all these other fighters are kind of. I'm sure they want to do that too. I don't know if. I just feel kind of like.
We're going to discuss it all on like Monday or Tuesday with me and Scarface and some other people. You got to understand that he's really hard to get a hold of. I've only actually talked to him on the phone, since I started this whole thing, like twice. Because every single time he's like, I got a meeting. And a lot of times he's like helping people out. Like he's like, oh, I'm doing this and helping this guy. Like he tells me what he's doing, but I don't want to say it and everything. And just know that the stuff that he does for his fighters and his group, he doesn't brag about, and it is just amazing. The guy's just a great guy, but he never brags about it. He doesn't brag that like I said, I don't want to say it because he doesn't talk about it. So,
like I said, for the most part, I think people want to see themselves or their friends and family just say, hey, look, man, I went out here. This channel's huge. I went out here and I did this.
I don't care about the friends, family. That could get in the way of.
Yeah.
I like to fight.
I want to see what I need to work on. I got fights I watch myself all the time. They're years old. I still watch them and say, damn, okay, this is different. Or like, look at me then. I need to be like that now.
Yeah, especially like this is my first fight and like pretty much my first fight, and I just want to to see what.
Well, if you're able to do that, because I know you can do the private videos and you can send the links. If you're able to do that, man, that'd be great because I like analyzing, especially for this guy here. I like watching and seeing what these kids can work on because they're young and I like when they're out there. They train so hard. I'm like, I feel like they deserve to at least put it in action. That's why as soon as I heard that there was a Pacific Northwest branch, I said, oh yeah. We're on it immediately. Yeah. They train too hard for them not to go out there and try and see what they really can do.
It's blowing up too, right?
It is.
Facebook. Almost 2,500 people in our Facebook group, and our YouTube is blowing up too. So we're just, people are just spreading the word and inviting all their friends.
Did you just start in July? Did you start the Scrapyard in July?
No, I started Scrapyard. It was originally called Scrapyard Fights. I started when I came back from Virginia.
Okay.
And I built it up. Now I got up to like 600 and something members, maybe 800 before StreetBeefs took us on.
Okay.
But when that happened, I could go in and invite everybody I wanted.
Yeah.
StreetBeefs group, and it's just boom. And there's a lot of people from the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah. There's a lot of fighters out here.
There's fighters out here.
There's fighters out here. You got them from here to Portland You can get some from Vancouver. I mean, there's a lot of cats you can get down there.
Yep.
Yeah, man. It's cool. It's a good experience. You know,
It
it's
is.
a good way to build up some experience.
Not everybody's getting what they want. It's a good experience for everybody. I've tried to push like the positivity and the camaraderie and just that overall feeling like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
So
it's weird because like you meet cool people. It's the fight games weird. You meet cool people and like, oh man, we're supposed to fight, and then
The atmosphere was great.
People are really chill though.
Knowing that they're all like, there's so many fighters out there, the atmosphere was great.
Yeah.
Like nobody was talking shit. Nobody was on edge.
I mean,
like,
some people, but
well, I mean,
those
you
are
know,
insecure guys
those are the fucking lames. We're not worried about
the
the
lames that I mean, what are
the atmosphere was good. All the fighters had good fights, and they were okay with the win or loss. Like I didn't see anybody in there that was salty about their win or loss.
well, okay, even like who we're talking about that might have been talking a lot before. I do think that some of that was also to kind of psych out your opponent, to hype up the. But afterwards, Paperboy's super chill. Like he wanted to come back and
and everybody was like that.
You put it on the line and you learn some things about yourself. And,
everybody was like, even like Demi. Like when Demi got fought, I'm like, dude, this is a humble ass dude. Then he gets in the ring and I'm like, oh, you're a man possessed. This dude's about to go nuts. And then he gets out and he's just like, yeah, it's a good fight. Going back to Texas, it's all good. Like, wow, bro, like,
they're cool, man.
That's just cool. Just the vibe was real cool, man. The vibe was great.
Yeah. I think everybody's having good experiences when they're flying all over. We had also Ugly Boy. He flew from Vegas.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He flew up from Vegas, and he's fighting on the Cali event coming up.
He's just out here, man. He's out here and just
Yeah,
trying
and you're going to be holding events every 6 weeks. Is that the plan?
Exact times, but wintertime it might slow down. I'd like to find some kind of an indoor arena or modify my setup to be weatherproof.
Now, for indoor venue, how far are you willing to go out to do an indoor venue?
How far out?
Like as far as what am I trying to say here? As far as if you're willing to go to a different city to do an indoor venue, or are you willing to come down to like Renton, Bellevue? Maybe you want to go to Tacoma or something.
I don't have a problem with traveling for within a distance. Like Renton, and that would probably be fine. But Tacoma, that would be fine. But I don't really want to travel like out of state or anything.
No, hell no. No, we're gonna keep it in the Northwest.
We just got to make sure that the arena and everything's set up safely, because I do take a lot of precautions at the scrapyard. If you've inspected the ring, you notice that I've covered up every spot that could possibly hit your head on.
Yeah.
So I just have to make sure that the place that we're fighting in has the safety measures to keep you guys safe.
And somebody kept saying that there was metal at the bottom of the post. And I was like, what, dude? I'm like, why would you be fighting, especially grappling, and there's fucking metal down there on the ground? Like, no, come on, man. That just didn't make sense.
It's a full... Okay, so I got the poles concreted into the ground, right?
Yeah.
And before the first fights, I was like, man, I can't have exposed concrete.
Yeah.
So I had, those puzzle mats?
Yeah, the little short foam ones, yeah.
So I had some of those, and they kind of look like metal because they got the metal pattern.
Yeah.
So I took one and I cut it into 4 sections, and I put a slit in it, and I slid it over the top of that concrete, and I put tape over it. Okay. That's all it is. It's a foam pad, but I guess it looks like metal to people online, and
so,
maybe spray paint it or write "This is not metal."
I might know somebody who can set up a venue for you later on in the future. They might be able to open up their spot for you.
Yeah.
Maybe as a favor, they might want to charge me something. But they might be able to open up something for you so you can have a venue there.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, but I'm gonna talk to him about that. I was thinking about it because I don't know. A lot of people don't know. Like the weather out here is crazy. They don't know when it rains out here. It really rains, man. So that could be real difficult for some people because you might go out there and have a fight and catch the fucking pneumonia the next day. So
when I did my first fight in Virginia, I showed up and it was 35 degrees out. There was snow on the ground.
I think
we're up in the mountain. We're up in elevation.
Yeah.
That messed my lungs up. I was down for like 2 days, like with popcorn feeling in my lungs, wheezing and stuff. I didn't know what was wrong with me. But then it just went away.
It's crazy. Okay, well, look, FireChicken, I know you got things to do today. It's Labor Day weekend. We appreciate you coming out and getting on the podcast, bro. I love to have you on here anytime. We're going to continue to keep coming up to all the events, or at least I am.
Yeah, I want to fight the 26th, but I have, because I'm the Marine Reserve, so I have to, I got to do some shit the week prior. It might be online or it might be at the base, so I don't even know if I'm going to be training like that.
Yeah. But
so we'll see.
I'm going to be at all your events, man. And then one of these days, I'm like, yeah, I'm here to fight. I'm coming to all the events. Whatever help you need, man. This is, I've been doing this my whole life, man. Fighting my whole life, so I like coming up there helping people out and shit. It's good atmosphere, bro.
Yeah.
Also, I really appreciate the interviews that you did. I've uploaded a couple of them to the Scrapyard channel, and I got 2 that I just put together and threw your intro into to upload. So I forget who they are, but they'll probably be dropping on there in the next hour or so.
Okay. So. All right, man. Well, you have a good weekend, man. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna sign off of this shit in a minute. I'm gonna finish up my beer. Hopefully, I don't choke again.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yep.
All right, man.
Hey, for the fight, can you do that private thing or? Yes.
I can. I don't know when I'm going to be able to get it to you because I've got a lot of stuff going on this weekend. Yeah. I promise you, in the next few days, I will throw it on there.
If you do that, but if you can, if it's the right thing to do, I feel like I shouldn't be the only one to watch my fight if it's not. But I wanted to see it, but I feel kind of cheap for asking that. But yeah.
Either way it goes, we're gonna see it sometime soon.
Yeah.
I believe we'll see it sometime soon.
Find out a date on when they're gonna throw the ones up on the GoPro channel too. So I'll try to get that to you guys on a live feed in the next few days.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks, FireChicken, man. You have a good one. There it is. I will see you next time. All right, man.
Peace.
How do I get out of here? Okay, and there it is, guys. There it is. That's how we're gonna finish that up. The video's a little different today, man, because we're doing it from Zoom, so you know what I'm saying. But how do you think everything went? How do you think that went? How do you think the conversation went well?
FireChicken's cool, man.
It's cool as shit.
It's a cool guy.
Very
humble, and it's very selfless of him to be having these events in his freaking backyard.
In his backyard.
Isn't that crazy? Or invite all these random fools
just
to scrap it out.
Just scrap it out in your backyard.
I think as much as I love having friends and family there, I think there shouldn't be that many spectators. I think there should be no. I should be corporate.
Well.
It depends.
There was a lot of spectators. A lot. And I feel like
if you're not gonna respect the man's fucking property.
Oh no, don't no. I mean, well, it's like hooking one of your homeboys up for a job. It's like, dude, I don't want to see you get an application, bro, because you're gonna fuck my name all up. Does that make sense? What I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you need a job. Yeah, ask the next dude. I can't help you because you're gonna act retarded. Hopefully we'll be at the next event, man. Everything's everything, dude.
I'm planning on fighting on the next event, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm training.
Yeah.
I'm training. I feel good, and I feel ready to put on a show. So.
Well, there it is, you guys. I'm getting the fuck out of here. We're gonna be signing off. So check this out right here. Peace, player. We're gone.